A very good morning to all of you, my dear students. I welcome you all in your online classes again today. Today is children 3rd December 2020, that is Thursday, and you all are having your science class. I hope every one of you is fine, and especially you all are following all the guidelines related to the COVID-19. And I hope everybody of you have seen the video which I sent yesterday of SST and understood everything. If you all have not understood anything, please ask me in the comment box. Okay. So before starting up with the class, let's revise the guidelines of COVID-19 which we have to follow. Okay. So first guideline of COVID-19 was that we have to wear the mask. Okay, we have to wear the mask. Whenever we are going outside, we have to wear the mask to protect ourselves from coronavirus. Okay. Second guideline was to wash our hands with the soap or use the sanitizers. If we are at home, we can wash our hands. No need to use too much of sanitizers because so much of reactions are also there of sanitizers. So if we are at home, we can use the soap to wash our hands, but when we are going out, we should have sanitizers with us, and frequently we should use the sanitizers to sanitize our hands. Okay. And third guideline, when we are going out, we have to maintain 6 feet distance from the other person. Okay, especially when we are going in the market or any crowded place. So when we are going out, we have to maintain the distance, 6 feet distance from the other people. So if the person is affected also with the coronavirus, we will not get affected with that. Okay, and last and the most important thing, children, that eat good food, children, which is having the quantity of vitamin C. Okay, quantity of vitamin C, that so that your immunity will boost and you will be able to fight with the coronavirus. Okay, if you will get affected also, then also you will be able to fight with coronavirus. Okay, I hope nobody will get affected. I pray for you also that nobody will get affected with coronavirus. That is why I am telling you, eat good food. If your immunity will be good, you will not be able to affected with the coronavirus. Okay, children, follow these guidelines properly every time and listen to your parents also. This is the time when you have to follow all the guidelines and protect yourself also, your family members also. Okay, children, so let's begin with our class today. So children, today is 3rd December, so we will begin lesson number 10, lesson number 11. Lesson 10 we have finished earlier, lesson number 11, that is push and pull. The name of the lesson is push and pull. Children, this is not a new word for you all. You all are pushing so many times the other students when you are coming in the school. You are pushing also, pulling also. Okay, pushing means to move away anything from us, and pulling means to take the thing towards us. Okay, pull means dhakka dena and push means dhakka dena, pull means kheenchna. Okay, so push and pull, these are not new words, but now in this chapter we will study it in detail, children. So let's begin. To move anything, we either pull it or push it. Children, so many types of things are there in our environment. Living things are also there and non-living things are also there. So when we have to move any non-living thing, they cannot move on their own, with their own. So when we have to move any non-living thing, we have to push it or pull it. Okay, suppose this is a chalk, this cannot move it from its own. So if I have to keep it anywhere, I will keep it here. Okay, then only it can move, otherwise it will not be able to move. So if we have to move any non-living thing, then we have to push it or pull it. Okay, so first of all we will study about pushing. When we have to push anything, then what is happening? When we push an object, it moves away from us. Okay, when we push any object, it moves away from us. It is going far from us. वो हमसे दूर चला जाता है. When we are pushing anything, then it moves away. It is going far from us. Okay, when we push anything like this, when we push anything, it will move away from us. Okay, so some examples are there. What are the examples? When we play cricket, we push the ball with the bat. Now you all have seen the cricket match now. Everybody must have seen the cricket match. When the bowler is bowling, the batsman is doing what? Batsman is pushing the ball with the bat. Okay, batsman is pushing the ball with the bat, and then ball is going there in the boundary or wherever it wants to go. Okay, so when we play cricket, we push the ball with the bat. This is the example of pushing. We are pushing the ball with the bat, then only the ball is going. outside. Okay, then what is the next example? To open or close the door, we push it. When we have to open the door, okay, or close the door, we have to push it. Now, in your homes, doors are there. In school also, doors are there. When we have to close it, when we have to close the door, we have to push it like this, and then the door is closing. Okay, or sometimes when we have to open the door also, when we are coming from the out, okay, when we have to open the door, then also we are pushing like this, then the door is opening. Okay, this is the another example. Then when we go for shopping, we push the trolley. We all are going for shopping in the Vishal Mega Mart and Big Bazaar and Phoenix and so many malls we are going. There a trolley is there. You must have seen the trolley. Okay, in this the people are putting their things, whatever they are buying in the Big Bazaar or wherever you are going, they are having a trolley. Okay, sometimes some people are making their small children sitting in that trolley only. Okay, so you must have seen the trolley which we are pushing. We are pushing the trolley like this, and wherever we want, we can take that trolley. Okay, we can take that trolley. Then another examples are that when we are playing the football, children, when we are also playing and footballers also playing. So what they are doing? They are pushing the ball with their legs. They are pushing the ball, then the ball is going here and there. Okay, so you must have seen the drawer also. These cupboards also. You must have seen the cupboards also in your homes when we have to close the cupboards, or when we have to close the drawer. Okay, dressing table you all have in your homes. Okay, in that mirror is there. Your mummies are doing all the things in looking in the mirror. In their dressing table, drawers are there. So when you have to close the drawer, you have to push it. Or when you have to close the cupboards, you have to push it, children. Okay, so these are some examples in our daily life of pushing. Okay, these are this we have studied about pushing. Now we will see when we pull anything. Okay, जब हम खींचते हैं किसी चीज को, then what happens? Okay, when we pull an object, it moves towards us. Now, when we are pushing anything, the thing is going far from us. But when we are pulling anything, जब हम अपनी तरफ खींचते हैं, तो the thing is coming towards us. वो चीज हमारी तरफ आती है. Okay, when we are pulling anything, so the thing is coming towards us. Okay. Now see the examples of pulling in our daily life. What are the examples of pulling? Then first, to open the drawer of the table, we pull it. Again, and I have told you, just drawer of the table. In the table also drawers are there, or in dressing tables also drawer are there. When we have to open the drawer, we have to pull it. Okay, when we have to close, then we have to push it. But when we have to open the drawer like this, then we have to pull it like this. Okay, then the drawer is opening. Second, to open or close the door, we pull it. Again, when we have to open the drawer, open the gate, open the door. Suppose we are going in Domino's, you must have gone to eat the pizza and all. When we are opening the door, we have to just pull it like this, and then we have to move inside. Okay, some doors we have to push, but some doors we have to pull also. Okay, this is another example. When we play tug of war, we pull the rope. Now, children, you must have played this game. Tug of war, everybody know, na? One rope is there, and two sides are there. People are pushing or pulling the rope like this. Okay, रस्सी होती है ना rope, खींचते हैं एक दूसरे. Tug of war is a game. In this, a rope is there, and two side people are standing, and they have to pull the rope from their side. So at another side, people are another side people are not able to pull the rope. Then they are leaving the game. Okay, so tug of war is like that only. Okay, so these are the examples of pulling. So now what we can say? Thus we can say that we have to use our force to push or pull anything. Okay, means when we have to push anything or pull anything, we have to use our force. Okay, force means ताकत. We have to use our force to push anything or pull anything. This we can say that. Okay, now children, we will study about the force. That if when we are using the force in any object, what things are happening, what situations are coming, what is happening. with the object only. Okay children, now see that. Now children, now see, when we are using the force on anything, any object, then what are the effects of that force on that object? Okay, then we will see the effects of force. First is what? Force can move a stationary object. Stationary means ruka hua. Suppose this chalk is there. Okay, I have kept this chalk in my hand. When I will use my force, then it will move. Okay, then ये रुकी हुई है ना, it's a stationary object. It is a non-living thing, so it is a stationary object. When I will use my force to move this, then it will move. So force can move a stationary object. Okay, suppose this pen I have taken this pen, I kept on my hand. When I will, this is a stationary object. When I will move, use my force to move this, then only this will move. Okay, so force can force can move the stationary object. Okay, this is the first effect. Second, force can stop a moving object. Suppose you are doing the cycling, you are moving the cycle. When you have to stop the cycle, you have to use the force in the brakes. Okay, you have to use your force in the brakes, then it is stopping. Okay, so next, what is the effect when you have used the force? What happened? Force can stop the moving object. You have stopped your cycle using your force. Okay, second effect is force can stop a moving object. Third is force can change the direction of a moving object. See, moving object, suppose in the cricket match, when the bowlers are bowling and batsman is pushing the ball with the bat, batsman is pushing the ball in which direction he wants to push it. Okay, so ball is a moving object and batsman is pushing it in the another direction. Okay, so what batsman has done, it has changed the direction of a moving object. It has used his force. Batsman ने अपना force use किया, and because of this he has changed the direction of the moving object. Okay, so force can change the direction of a moving object. Then force can change the shape of an object. Now see, your mummies are making chapatis at home, na? Rotis your mummies are making. So what they are doing? They are making one bowl of the floor. एक छोटा सा बॉल बनाते हैं, okay, and then they are putting it, and then they are using their force. रोटी बनाते हैं, force बनाते हैं ना. So first of all, the shape of the ball is like this, and when we are using the force on it, we are making it like a chapati, like a roti. So force can change the shape of an object. Okay, सबसे पहले it was like this. Okay, पहला आटे से वो बनाते हैं, बॉल बनाते हैं लोई, तो the shape of a ball is like this only, and when we are using the force on it, we are making in a shape of chapati. So force can change the shape of an object. Then force can change the speed of an object. Okay, suppose you are cycling, okay, and you are running it very fast. When you have to stop it, or when you have to make it slowly, you have to use your force. Okay, you have to use your force. So you are cycling it in very speed. Okay, and when you have used your force, so it was little bit slowly down. Okay, slows down your cycle. You have slows down your cycle. So what you have done? You have used your force. Okay, so what you can say? Force can change the speed of an object. Now children, we will see these things in the book. I will explain you properly in detail in the using the book. So see children in the book. Now see children, effects of force. First effect was what? Force can move a stationary object. Now see here. For example, when a player kicks a football, it moves. Similarly, when we apply force on a toy car, it moves. See here. This is a ball. It's a stationary object. वो रुका हुआ है. When the player kicked the ball, when the player used its force, his force to move the object, then it will move. Okay. So force can move the stationary object here also. It is a toy car. okay, when she has used her force to move, then it has moved only. Okay, so what happened, we can say that force can move a stationary object. Okay, then second you see, force can stop a moving object. Now see here, this ball is moving. Okay, someone has used his force from his leg to stop the ball. Okay, so the ball has stopped. Again here he is cycling, applying brakes to a stop moving bicycle. He is doing the cycling. Okay, when he has to stop this, he has used his force in the brakes and he stopped the bicycle. Okay, next what, force can change the direction of a moving object. Now see here, this is a car, somebody is driving the car. Okay, it is a moving object. Okay, but when we have to change the direction, who is driving the car, he can change the direction of the car from the steering only. Okay, now again you see here, batsman is hitting the ball. Okay, so bowler is bowling in a one direction, but batsman is hitting the ball, he can hit the ball in the direction he wants. So ball is a moving object and he hits the ball in another direction, so it has changed the direction of the ball. Okay, then see here, force can change the shape of an object. I have told you here na, making chapati, जब भी हम आटे से बॉल बनाते हैं तो its shape is like this, and when we are using the force, we are giving the shape of chapati. Okay, see here, squeezing toothpaste. Okay, when we are using the force on this toothpaste, okay, squeezing it, then the shape of the squeeze is toothpaste bottle is changing. Okay, then we can say that force can change the shape of an object. Okay, now next is, force can change the speed of an object. Now see here, again it is moving bicycle, when he will use the his force on the brakes. Okay, so speed will change. See here, this is a moving swing. Okay, it is moving like this. This boy is standing here, when he will use his force on the swing, the speed of the swing will change. Okay, so these are the examples of force effects of force. Now see, we will see, children, how many types of force are there. Okay, now you see. Now children, see, there are so many types of different types of forces are there, and some forces are below here. See, types of forces. Now these are the types of forces. First force is gravitational force. First force is gravitational force. Second is frictional force. Okay. Third is magnetic force, and fourth is muscular force. Okay. First is gravitational force. Second is frictional force. Third is magnetic force, and fourth is muscular force. Okay. Now you see, children, in the book I will explain you. You will better understand from the book only about these forces only. Now you see in the book. Now see, children, types of forces. First was gravitational force, second is frictional force, third is magnetic force, and fourth is muscular force. Okay. Now first is gravitational force. Now see, what is this? When you throw a ball upwards, it comes down after covering some distance. Now see, this boy is throwing the ball upwards, but it is coming down after some time. Okay, not only the ball, when we are throwing anything towards up, after some time it is coming down. Why this happens? This happens due to a force applied by earth. This is not new, children. This you have studied in class 3 also, earlier also, that the earth is using the force and it is pulling all the things towards itself. Okay, it is called gravity. It is called gravity or gravitational force. Okay, earth is using a type of force to pull all the things toward itself. This type of force is called gravity or gravitational force. Again, in this example you see here, the falling of ripe fruits on the ground is also due to the force of gravity. Now see here, this is the tree of an apple. Okay, an apple is falling down towards the earth. Okay, it is not going up, it is coming towards the earth. Why? Because the earth is pulling all the things towards itself. It is using the type of force to pull all the things towards itself. This type of force is called gravity. Okay, so Now someone, if anyone, the question will come in the exam or anyone will ask you, then what you will tell? What is gravitational force? You will tell this: the force that pulls every object downwards towards earth is called the force of gravity or gravity. Okay, the force which earth is using to pull all the things towards itself is called gravity. Okay, it is called gravity. You have studied this in class 3 also. Now, force of friction, yeah, frictional force. When you stop paddling your bicycle, it slows down and stop. You all are cycling, na children? So you all also have seen, when you stop paddling, you are paddling your cycle, then it is moving. When you stop paddling your bicycle, it slows down slowly, and after some time it stops. Okay, why does this happen? Why it has happened, children? This happens because a force acts between the tires of the bicycle and the road. Okay, this is happening because a force is acting between the tires and the surface of the road. टायर्स के बीच में और surface रोड के surface के बीच में भी एक force लगता है. It happens because of this. This force slows down the bicycle. यही force एक bicycle को धीमा करता है. This is called frictional force or force of friction. This force is called frictional force or force of friction. Now see here. The force acting along the two surfaces in contact that opposes the movement of one object over the other is called the force of friction or frictional force. दो चीज़ों के बीच सरफेस के बीच में जब भी फोर्स लगता है और जिसकी वजह से एक चीज़ रुक जाती है, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स. जैसे कि टायर्स और रोड्स के बीच में जो फोर्स लग रहा था उसकी वजह से बाइसिकल जो होती है वो रुक जाती है, स्लो होती है एंड देन रुक जाती है. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ फोर्स इज कॉल्ड फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स. व्हेन वी आर राइटिंग ऑन द पेपर ना चिल्ड्रन, सो a force is acting between the surface of book and between the surface of our hand. Okay, so when we will stop moving our hand, okay, so we will not be able to write. Okay, the speed of our hand will slows down and after some time it will stop. Why it happens? Because a force is acting between the surface of book and from our hand only. So दो चीज़ों के सरफेस के बीच में जो फोर्स लगता है जिसकी वजह से दूसरी चीज़ रुक जाती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स. ओके, इट ऑलवेज एक्ट्स इन द डायरेक्शन अपोजिट टू द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द मूवमेंट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. मीन्स ये जो फोर्स है ये हमेशा चीज़ को रोक देता है क्योंकि ये उसके अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में लगता है. सपोज बाइसिकल इज मूविंग लाइक दिस ना, ओके, सो अपोजिट साइड में मतलब द रोड is using the force and the tires also using the force, तो road का जो force है वो ज़्यादा है, वो opposite direction में लगता है. That is why the bicycle stops, slows down and after some time it stops. Okay, then I hope you understood, children. If you have not understood this, please ask me in the comment box. I will explain you again. Then third is magnetic force, children. You must have seen the magnets, children. When you were coming to school, some of you were having the magnets also, so you must have seen the magnets. What happens when we bring a magnet near small iron clips? This is a magnet. Okay, suppose we bring the magnet near the iron clips. Not only the iron clips, suppose we bring the magnet near any iron thing. What will happen? The iron clips get attracted to the magnet and stick to it. All the iron clips or anything which is made of iron, it will attract to the magnet and it will stick on it. Okay, why? Because the force of attraction and repulsion excreted by a magnet on iron object is called magnetic force. Magnet is also using a force, okay, to attract the iron things. To attract the iron object is that force is called magnetic force. मैग्नेट भी एक फोर्स लगाता है लोहे की चीज़ों को अपनी तरफ खींचने के लिए, अट्रैक्ट करने के लिए. दिस फोर्स इज कॉल्ड मैग्नेट फोर्स, मैग्नेटिक फोर्स. ओके, देन नेक्स्ट इज मस्कुलर फोर्स. ओके, the force applied by the muscles to do the work is called muscular force. You all know that we human beings are muscles in our body. Okay, so when we are using our muscular force, the force of muscles to do anything, that force is called muscular force. Now see here in the picture, he is lifting the object. So he is using the force of his muscles of his arm to lift the object. That is why he's using the muscular force. Now we are using our muscular force in all so many things. Where for walking, in our legs muscles are there. When we are walking, when we are using the force of our muscles of the legs. Then for running also we are using. For throwing, see here, bowler is throwing the ball na, so he is using the force of his muscles of the arm. Okay, so for throwing also we are using the muscular force. Then pushing also, pulling also, and lifting the object you all have seen here. Okay, so we are using our muscular force in so many things. So children, this was about the force. The PDF or the question answer and exercises I will send you in the next class. Till then you can watch the video, children. Okay. So my dear children, this was the explanation of this chapter, lesson number 11, push and pull. I hope you have understood anything. If you have not understood anything, please ask me in the comment box, in the Google Classroom, or in the YouTube itself you can ask. And children, in this COVID-19 time, please take care of yourselves also, your family members also. Follow all the guidelines related to the COVID-19 and listen to your parents. Okay, and study also. After some time you all are having your unit test. Prepare well for your unit test and give your test properly. Okay, in the previous unit test and exams you all have done very well. Like this only you all will perform. Okay, so we will meet again in